Are you a bad person and you just don't know it yet? Well, maybe these Redditors can help. This is the subreddit r/amioverreacting, filled with stories of people asking the question of whether they went a bit over the top or whether they were right in line. And of course, the best people to ask about that are Redditors. This subreddit's kind of like r/am-I-the-arsehole, although this one's a little bit less over the top, I would say. So with that all said and done, let's get into the video. Am I overreacting about this text I got from HR? So to preface, I'm type 1 diabetic, which means I have to take multiple daily insulin injections to live. I typically take 5 to 8 shots per day, and while it isn't fun, it is routine and necessary. I was at work this morning, and I had a small amount of food out for some sort of employee appreciation, which reminded me I hadn't had any insulin yet, and my glucose levels were getting too high. I took a shot of insulin, got some breakfast, and went to my desk. A few minutes later, this text arrived. I can understand that shots make people feel uncomfortable, trust me. I'm one of those people, but I have to take them anyway. Am I overreacting to think that if you don't want to see me taking a shot, you can turn your head? Should I have to go to the bathroom, which only gets cleaned twice a week, and take my shots in secret like it's a drug addiction? Perhaps it is just me, but I feel that not everything in life that makes us a little uncomfortable is something that has to be pushed out of sight. Sometimes we would benefit more from understanding, acceptance, and perhaps acclamation. Also for the record, while they say they mentioned this several times, our HR manager scolded me once, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, publicly during lunch in our cafeteria. I ignored it that time because friends sitting around me supported me after HR walked off. Starting this off strong, I've got mates who are diabetic in that, and well, yeah, I don't care if they do it in front of me. Like, they have to handle it somehow, you know. It's not something they can really help. Cut them a bit of slack, give them the space they need, let them do it. I mean, if you're not going to give them a space, then yeah, they should be free to do it anywhere. So, deal with it. But anyway, let's see this text message and see whether the HR manager makes any good points or whether it's all just bollocks. Good morning. I know I've mentioned this several times when administering your insulin shot. Please do so in a private area, not in main areas. This causes stress and discomfort for other people. Some people may be uncomfortable around it, yeah, I get that one. Stress though? Stress is a weird one to chuck in there. That was, not one you would kind of expect to see in there. I had several people mention this to me. Thank you for your cooperation with this. My only question is, have they provided some private space where you can do it? Which is clean and everything. Because after all, it is an injection. So, you know, you do need somewhere that's somewhat clean. But, yeah, no. If they haven't, fuck them. You can do it wherever you want. Like, is it company policy? I don't reckon it is, so it's up to you where you do it. I mean, if I was in your position, I'd be asking where they suggest to do it and see what they come up with, because I think they just want to push this off to the side like it isn't a problem. I would say, yeah, they've definitely received complaints, but I think that's just from people who either like queasy or don't like needles and that. Which is fair, but still, just as you said earlier, look away, you know? You don't have to watch. Am I overreacting for wanting to quit after this? So my current manager almost always gives me a hard time when requests saying I can't guarantee anything and only saying yes the very last minute. With this specific situation, I requested almost 4 weeks in advance to just have one of my days off be this day. I would still be working my 5 days in a work week, but since I work at a hair salon, we're open 7 days a week. Unfortunately, she did not give me that day off. My manager put herself for that entire weekend, me and one person on the Saturday I requested. Then my other 3 co-workers that Sunday, since Sundays are typically busier. She had told me a while ago that she feels as though it is going behind her back to make plans without her permission. if I ask a co-worker if they're okay with switching before I ask her. I don't think that's going behind her back. I think that's just providing a solution to make it an easier call for the manager, you know? But, oh well, I guess she's going to be a bit bitchy about it. Well, even if they were okay with it, I get turned down. Not sure why, since both shifts would be covered. So I end up asking my co-worker out of curiosity if they would have taken my shift, and they said yes. But since she already told me no, I quite literally can't. And I'm not sure if her response means that I will get in trouble for calling off using my PTO as a sick day or not. I'm really irritated. How am I supposed to plan my life out if requests aren't guaranteed and I'm not allowed to switch shifts with people? It literally makes no sense. I really want to call off, but I don't want to get in trouble, even though I never call off. In the 2.5 years of working there, I've called off 4 times, all for legitimate reasons too. Sick or car issues. Am I overreacting about this situation? Is it legitimate that she is telling me no to both things? This and other instances of her being weird about certain social situations makes me want to quit. It's just hard because I love everything else about the job. Before we look at the texts, I know a lot of people get paid time off rejected from them. I'm not sure whether that's just a US thing or whether it happens in the UK. I think there might be a rule in the UK where you are guaranteed those hours and days off per year. I'm not too sure about that one though. But I think it's a bit shitty that your boss isn't honouring it. If it's in your contracts, I think just take it, no matter what, because what are they going to do? Well, they can still fire her, I reckon, but I'm unsure. I'm going to be honest. So far, I'm unsure. I think, personally, you should take it, but if that means risking your job, I would say no. Hi, can I switch either or 412 for my 411 if one of them says yes? My mother and brother are visiting that Friday and Saturday. I'm sorry, I'm not able to honour this time. This time is crazy because it seems like she has a long list where she's rejected you from having PTO. So, this time is crazy to throw in there. Can I use my PTO and use it as a sick day then? I can't miss this. They had specific plans with me and paid for my ticket. I tried to request as far in advance as I knew about it. Not every request is approved. I understand. That's so cunty to say. Not every request is approved is crazy to say. That is... Nah, I genuinely think if you take time off, they're going to try and fire you. If you got a boss like this, I think you should quit. I know you said earlier that you like everything else about the job, but your boss isn't treating you right, man. Get out of there. Am I overreacting for getting out of his car and Ubering home after a message popped up on the dash? I, 20F, have been with my BF, 22M, for about 1.5 years. We live in the same city, and I'm at his place basically every night. I really thought we were on the same page about everything until last night. We were driving to get food and his phone was plugged into the car for the GPS. A message popped up on the screen from a girl's name I don't know, and it literally said, "Are you coming over later? I miss you." Okay, I think he might be cheating. I know it's quite quick to call that, but I think he might be cheating. So far, I don't think you're overreacting, but let's read the rest of this. I just froze. I didn't even yell. I just asked who that was, and he immediately ripped the cord out of his phone and started acting super jumpy. Ah, yes, make it even more fucking suspicious, you knobhead. Holy shit, you didn't even play it off. You didn't play cool or anything. You just fucking threw. Like, wow. You've ruined it. There's not a chance now. You can't cover. You are an idiot. He told me I misread it and that it was actually a text from his sister asking about dinner. Yeah, sure it was, buddy. Sure it was. We all know it was your sister. Your sister that's been missing you a lot. Yeah, and she's asking when you're gonna come over. Sure, buddy. I told him his sister has a different name, and he just started raising his voice saying, "I'm paranoid and always looking for a reason to fight." Yeah, he's getting so defensive. Nope. I know what I'm going to say about this one. Holy shit. He wanted to show me the phone and kept saying I was invading his privacy by staring at his screen while he was driving. He literally told me I'm being delusional and that my anxiety is ruining a good thing. I told him to pull over at a gas station and I just got out and called an Uber because the gaslighting was making me feel like I was actually losing it. Oh my god, what is wrong with this man? Invading his privacy for looking at the fucking car screen. Yeah, that's like saying, oh, I put a fucking song on the radio and then I get upset at my mate who's in the car for looking at what the song was called because he looked at the screen and anything could have popped up. You knobhead. Get a better excuse. You actual fucking imbecile. Now he's blowing up my phone saying I'm immature for jumping out of the car and that I'm too unstable to be in a relationship if I'm going to freak out over a random notification. He's making me feel like I'm the one who messed up, but I know what I saw. Am I overreacting? Am I actually being too much? Or is he obviously cheating? He's obviously cheating. Let's just throw that out straight away. He's cheating. You're not overreacting. Dump this man. Get him out of your life. He is cheating on you. If he won't show you his phone to prove it, then he's cheating. Even if he shows you his phone now, he could have gone through and deleted the messages, you know? So, yeah. I think dump him or leave him on a very short wire because I don't think he's got your best interests in mind. Am I overreacting at my new nanny posting my son on Facebook? Going off on a whim here, I'm going to say no instantly because it's up to you whether you want your child on social media, but let's see what's in the post because maybe you accidentally said it in passing, but I highly doubt it. Okay, so I, 22F, have an 8-month-old. Long story short, I had a lot of issues finding childcare. So at first my boss would have me bring my child and not let me switch shifts. Daycare wait lists are super long. I have been waiting since April, since before I gave birth. I still have no news. Then I found out about Nina. Fake name. Oh god, relating it back to the fucking Am I the Arsehole subreddit. Do you remember the Nina from that subreddit? So I didn't get along much with my sister-in-law, Lena. She says stuff like, if I don't make fun of you, that means I probably don't like you, because it's my love language. I mean, it's obviously not the same person, but it's quite a funny coincidence. She's my best friend's family member. I have known her at a distance for almost all my life. She cares for babies ever since I can remember, and she's very good at it. Well, her last nanny baby started school at age 4. She'd cared for him since he was 2 months old, so she was out of a job. I reached out to her at my desperation. I had been bringing my son to work for about 4 months and it got exhausting. Not to mention the start of conflicts at my workplace. Yeah, a child that young shouldn't be in a workplace to begin with. I think it's a bit arsey that your boss hasn't let you switch shifts because, well, they know you have a child. Also, don't you have like a maternity period? Unless in the US they don't have that. In the UK, I'm sure there's like a 2-month where you can be off and still get paid for maternity. She said she'd charge me $100 for every 3 days to only bring his diaper bag since her house is fully equipped. I went to her house. She already knew my son, obviously. Her house looks clean, safe, childproof, etc. I think $100 is quite a lot. Is it? To be fair, she's got to make a wage from this, so I guess $100 every 3 days is a normal amount. I don't know, I don't pay for childcare because I don't have a child. Surprise, surprise. Well, she's been caring for my baby for 2 weeks now, and he loves her. She updates everything to me, sends pictures, videos, adjusted well to his nap time, feeding times, etc. She's amazing on paper. I recently received a Facebook friend request from her and I accepted it. Soon as I did, I went into her pictures, just out of curiosity. Every single picture she sends me of my son, she posts on Facebook. She refers to herself as Auntie Nina, and she's just gushing over how perfect he is and how much she loves her new nephew. Nothing bad intentioned, nothing I would deem inappropriate, but without my permission. She has like 70 friends on Facebook, and the ones liking and commenting are people I know. Small town. But I feel uncomfortable and like my trust has been broken. I think, yeah, she's broken your trust. She should have talked to you about this first. I am in need of a reliable childcare. She was that to me, but I'm thinking of not letting her care for my son anymore. So, am I overreacting? I don't think you're overreacting. I think you just need to have a chat with her. You definitely have had your trust broken here, but I think if you can etch out a plan and, you know, express how uncomfortable this has made you, then yeah, I think maybe you should be fine, but it is up to you. It's your child. We've got an update here though. Edit, 5 hours later. My best friend got ahead of me and reached out to her. I received a message from Nina. For context, I don't post my son at all. GA, best friend, reached out to me. I deleted all posts about your son. I am sorry if I made you uncomfortable. It won't happen again. I think if you leave her with her now, just keep checking the Facebook and that, I think you'll be fine. Because I just don't, I think she's not thought about it and then just done it. But again, it is still up to you. I would like to believe she meant lots of love, but it's all good, and I believe it might have been the best approach since my friend knows her family better. Though I will still talk to her next time I see her, it's all good. I calmed down. I wrote this post like 5 minutes after I saw the post, so these were pretty raw emotions. Thank you for all your responses and support. I don't think you're overreacting or anything. I just think you care about your son a lot, and it is your choice in the end. Ultimately, it's your choice. It's what you want to do with your son. And I think you made the right call. And I'm happy that you found a way around this and you're now comfortable with it. Well, that was extremely eventful. I really enjoyed this subreddit. This was quite fun to read through other people's issues. And from my count, I don't think I made a single person overreact. Or at least stated a single person overreacted. I think everyone was very much in the right there. But, with that all said and done, thank you very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate you all watching and liking these videos. Please do tell me if you have been liking the new videos down below, because it really does mean a lot to me. I do want to get better at making these videos. I want to up my editing, up my quality, you know, all of that stuff to give you the best videos. And by telling me what you like and what you dislike, it really helps. Also, please like, subscribe, blah blah blah. You know the drill, come on. If you've been on YouTube for long enough, you've heard this before. But, with that all said and done, thank you so much for watching this week's video, and I will see you all next time. See ya.